He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
The Keyshawn looking way more better than this. Y'all keep screaming this name. He haven't done nothing.
What is up, my people? We gotta give a round of applause to boxing, man, because holy, you know what? What a great performance from Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis. It was a great weekend. I wish my guy Carlos Adames would have got the chance to show his talents as well, but I think he's gonna be back pretty soon. But yeah, that was a great showing. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to the team, Shakur and team Keyshawn Davis. They really put on a show. And let's break it down, man. Let's break it down. So I want to show you guys what I've been looking at. And if you look at the 135 division right now, Stevenson is number one with the ring championship as vacant. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. Stevenson's number one. And then over here at 140, he's instantly the man. And he's shown up. He's here to say this is my division, and that's unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy. Like, just in one fight, it's like boom. And then on top of that, Teofimo Lopez is like out of the picture. I've been looking for him in these rankings, and he's nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? He's nowhere here. I'm pretty sure they're gonna place him here somewhere again, but that's crazy. Right now, Keyshawn Davis is number one when it comes to the ring championship belt. I don't know. That's one of those things where they got to work it out between each other, because they have like some kind of agreement that they won't fight each other, which is whatever. But in my opinion, it's like something that they got to figure out. And if you guys know more about that, then please let me know. But let's go back to the lead up of this fight, because we all obviously know that the fight was a shutout, and Shakur Stevenson just didn't let Teofimo get too close. Like, Shakur has really good hands, and that's what's being overlooked at times. And he has to keep proving himself, which is amazing because he's doing a good job at it. Shakur, I always knew he had great hands, but the thing is, when he got injured, I thought that could have been like a downfall for him. But the fact that he started taking fights again, and people started telling me, nah, he's good, you know, this and that. He did good versus Zepeda. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check him out. So then when I hear all this, I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, Shakur's still Shakur. You know, he's still gonna do his thing. And then I've been seeing all the stuff about Teofimo, and that really messed me up, because I was like, damn, you know, I kind of like Teofimo, like when it came to his style and all that. But when he started speaking all the racist stuff, I was like, yo, I'm not really for that, bro. And I get it, you know, he's trying to get a big fight, and it's hard for him to find a big fight, you know. I guess Top Rank doesn't really sponsor their fighters like that. But either way, you got the belt, bro. Like, I get it. There's a lot of fees and stuff that come with those belts and stuff like that, but you don't have to go the racist route. Like, that was really like messed up, you know. So I thought that because he didn't have the skills like that he was gonna beat Shakur, because he didn't even have a game plan. Like, when you look at the fight, he didn't have a game plan. Before the fight, you know, his father was out drinking or sniffing or doing some wild stuff out there in the streets, you know, in New York. We try to post it, me and Lalo's Boxing. We try to post it, and it's like it was shadow banned. I mean, connect the dots. You already know. We don't care. We just move forward. You feel me? Because they've been doing stuff like that. They always been weird like that. But we still keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a big shout out to Lalo's Boxing and True School Sports. I'm sorry, Brendan Taylor. They're doing really good. Support them, man. They always, you know, sacrificing. You know what I'm saying? Sacrificing for the channel and for the sport of boxing, which they love, which they've been watching since they were youngins, like myself. You know what I'm saying? It's boxing, you know, or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be like that, bro. But anyway, yeah, man, that was crazy, you know. And the whole lead up with Shakur was like, does he still have the healthy hands like that? I didn't think that the pressure was going to be a problem, because the thing is, that's something that Shakur has dealt with in the past. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, with Teofimo fighting with his hands down and stuff like that, that don't always work, bro. The athleticism and all that don't always work. Now, the Keyshawn Davis style, I'm telling you, that's carbon copy Terrence Crawford pressure counterpuncher. That style is like, that would hurt Shakur. That would really mess him up. There was talks within the chats, you know, of my friends group and stuff like that. You know, if Shakur going up to 147, I say that I give him like another year or so, because he still needs the power. You know, if you look at those guys' body weight and mass and stuff like that before they go down to 47 when they're about to get ready to fight, it's more like a man type of, you know, frame compared to the 140 and the 135. You know, those guys, they're still like on the light, speedy kind of vibe, and it's great to watch. Don't get me wrong, but the 147 weight class is more like you're getting closer to like more like shorter guys. I would say they're still short, but like still at the same time, they still have power. You feel me? So I don't think he could really go up there with them boys. You know, Conor Benn was out there trying to bully Rollies and stuff like that. But look at that. Rollies was not giving up. If you see all the videos and stuff like that, Rolly was not really backing off like that. He was laughing. But that's one of those situations that if it's like, you know, for example, in the school cafeteria and stuff like that, guys is just fooling around, and that gets out of control. That would have been a nasty fight. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you, that Rollies is up like, you know, face to face with a guy that's like 154, 160 in Conor Benn. And, you know, look, he had no fear in his heart. You know, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Shakur could fight those guys like that. Will he be impressive? Absolutely. But, you know, when it comes to the power, I'm not sure if it's going to carry all the way to 147 within, you know, 4 or 5 months or 3 months. You know, he still needs some time. But Shakur has definitely got the talent, and he's definitely going to move up to 47 and actually show and prove, because that's really what it's looking like. You know, they just have to keep, you know, making sure that he has the right fights that basically showcases his skills and allows him to get better and quicker and still continue to learn as he goes, because there's still a lot of fights out there. Now, the fight with him, between him and Hitchens, that could possibly happen, because I don't know if it's going to happen, but I feel like that would be the fight that Shakur needs. You still got Pitbull hanging around right here. You got Gary Russell, who is a good fighter and very, very fast. Excuse me. Very fast. You know, the talks about Tank, it kind of bugs me, because I hate to see my friends really like, you know, hone in on that conversation, because obviously we all want to watch Tank fight. We all want to watch him fight, but he got too many problems going on. And then number two, he don't want to go up to 140. He's he's a little bit shorter than these guys. So he could just chill at the 35 division. He knows how to make the weight. He's good. He doesn't have to really go up to 140. He has money. He's made a lot of money off of these guys. The Pitbull fight, you know, the Rolly fight, the Ryan fight. Those fights made him so much money that he could eat off of that forever. You know what I'm saying? I am not Tank, you know, because at the end of the day, those lawyer fees that he's dealing with right now, I'm pretty sure it's hurting him. Whether he likes to admit it or not, they are hurting him. I don't give a what you say, bro. I don't care, because at the end of the day, we all know that if those situations weren't reality, then you wouldn't be in that situation for that long, you know, with the orange suit on and then talking to the judge and all that. We already know what's up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to down him at all, because things happen. You know, men, especially boxers, guys with CTE or guys that have had concussions, people that have fought contact sports, whatever the case may be, they're going to have problems. And not everything's going to be perfect. And that's the thing. This guy is an athlete. He's going to have issues. Things are going to happen. But the self-control, that has to do with him and his character and who he is as a person. So then obviously he has to go to therapy, do his own thing. But to just put him in the place to fight this guy that got the ring. Like, he surpassed Tank right now. Resume wise, I don't know about that. But yo, it's getting there. It's getting close, because the thing is, if Shakur keeps having title defenses, then he's gonna surpass Tank easily, and he won't need the fight. So yes, Shakur is gonna talk about Tank. He's gonna bring up his name. He's gonna talk about him. Whatever. That's people talk. They're gonna talk, but that doesn't mean that the fight's gonna happen. In my opinion, I don't see it happening. Now, again, if we go back to the whole thing with the lawyer fees and this and that, and the managers and the promoters, and he's got to keep paying, the monthly subscriptions, you feel me? The cars, the women, the this and that, the kids. He might want to fight Shakur. He might even want to fight Teofimo. You feel me? That could still happen if there's a chance, because the thing is, Tank, he doesn't like Bob Arum. That's reality. And Tank is temperamental. You feel me? That's what's going on with him. He got his own issues. You feel me? I want to see him come back, and I want to see him win. I'm not hating on nobody. You feel me? But yo, where you at, bro? Where you at? And I hope you saw these fights, because they calling you out now, and people want to see you fight. They really like how you fight. They think you're more exciting. So bring it. Come through. Anyway, there's a new takeover happening, and I don't know if you've noticed, with all this lead up to this Hall of Fame or whatever the ceremony they had going on. Shout out to Lelo's Boxing again, that was actually there, and all the guys that do journalism and work hard at it. They were there covering it. Bros, that was crazy. The setup. There was so many GOATs up there, ready to fight. I'm sorry, they weren't ready to fight, but showing that they are world-class fighters. I'm sorry. But that was incredible. And if you look at what's going on, Terrence Crawford is leading a little, team right here of killers. He got Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis, and he's showing and proving that he's still the man. That he got Canelo, he beat Canelo. He was looking like the star of the night. You feel me? There was so many boxers there that were incredible boxers, even down to the women that showcased their great skills and power, like Clarissa Shields and whatnot. So many great fighters. Man, it was incredible to see all the female boxers and incredible boxers, from the past as well, that are just amazing. You got Deontay Wilder up there. You got some of the Ukraine boxers, you feel me? You got Usyk. There was so many good fighters. Canelo was there. There was so many good fighters on that list. I can't name them all, but yo, that was impressive. And bros, it's looking pretty healthy. I don't know the ins and outs between what's going on with Zuffa and all this stuff, because that stuff is very detailed and I don't really know much about it. I'm trying to dig into it, but the thing is, every 10 years, some other entity or promotion is trying to dip their hands into the boxing world and see what they can do. We've seen what's going on with this guy, Jake Paul. We've seen what's going on with him. And, he might continue to still promote. You feel me? He's still going to be out there. But, the fighting and whatnot, the man, he was like Vince McMahon. That's why he got destroyed like that. He didn't care. He just wanted to get out there and show that he could fight and do his thing. But, nowadays we have to see what else is out there. And, people talking about Zuffa boxing and, UFC and all these people trying to get involved. Turkey. There's a lot of stuff going on with that. And I'm still kind of behind on all that. I know that they were trying to go towards the Muhammad Ali Act, and I wasn't cool with that. But at the end of the day, they are signing people. We got this whole lead up to Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia. That should be a good fight. I'm looking forward to the next Rollies fight, because I was pretty impressed with him defeating Ryan Garcia. I didn't get to talk about that, but I feel like he's being overlooked. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. He really dominated that fight, and people are just looking past it because they don't like Rollies. They think he's a goofy, and maybe he is a goofy because he he portrays himself that way at times, but he's kind of scary. He has some scary power, you know. I've watched him spar and hit the bag and stuff like that, and I criticized him even after he left. But at the end of the day, the dude has skills, and I'm not a boxer, so I can't really talk. But you know, when you listen to these guys' stories and hear how long they've been fighting and what they've achieved, you got to give them respect because they're still under 30 years old, making hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know, doing what they got to do, and they got a bunch of knockouts. They got skill and power, so it's just gonna develop over time. You feel me? This is just what's gonna happen. But I'm looking forward to those guys. I'm looking forward to Carlos Adames. I want to see more. Jermaine Ortiz was another Dominican that fought recently against Keyshawn Davis, and that didn't pan out too well for Keyshawn Davis. We got Matias that I think recently lost. He could have been a good fight for Shakur Stevenson, but I'm pretty sure that it's not looking too up for him because he just lost recently. So the 40 division is looking healthy. If you ask me, I think it's better than it's been for a while. You know what I'm saying? Because you know people were kind of messing around. You know, in my opinion, they were messing around. But I don't watch it like I used to, and I'm gonna get back into it. Teofimo Lopez still has to get out there, in my opinion. He floated the idea of going to 47. I don't think he has the power to be up there, bro. To be honest, let's just take a quick glance up there, but I don't think he has the power to be up there. You know, look, so you got Devin Haney. Okay, that fight looks okay. Norman Jr., I've heard good things about him. I don't know much about him. You got Barrio. See, that's a killer right there. Ryan Garcia. I don't think Teofimo's could mess with Ryan Garcia. I don't think he got the skills like that. The Devin Haney fight, I think that is... you know what I'm saying? I don't know why they still got Pacquiao up here. Why he should? I don't even know if he should be on the list like that because he's considering himself active. But are you for real active? Like this is crazy. He's still up there. Like you gotta understand what I'm saying. Like Pacquiao's been fighting for a long, long time, bro. Like he was on a Tyson like lineup. You feel me? Like that. That's a long, long time. But yeah, bro. Yeah, the 47 division is crazy, bro. Liam Paro, yeah, he's a good fighter. I like him. I didn't even know he had a loss, but he beat Matias. I don't know, 47. I don't know. You know what? I would have to see more from Teofimo, but the thing is, the height thing is a big deal. Like Devin Haney at 47 is wild to me. Like, is he? Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say something crazy because you know. Oh snap! You got Conor Ben, and we got Rolly right here at the WBA. Okay, so yeah, it is realistic that Conor Ben is, you know, had, you know, trying to create beef with Rolly. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, see, I'm learning these things on the fly right now because I used to be really like on some nerdy stuff with this stuff, but now that I'm understanding everything, I feel like Devin Haney is gonna be, he's gonna be in a weird spot for a while, bro. Like he's gonna have to figure out who he's gonna fight for the next 3 fights, you know, like that is gonna make sense to him because if he really wants to be at 47 for a while, like he's gonna have to fight some killers. You know, I don't see any killers up here right now. Like Barrios is a serious dude. I heard Norman Jr. is a serious dude, but I gotta see. You know, if you guys know of any killers in the 47 division, please comment below. I saw something about this guy, you know, joking around today on the Zone videos on Instagram and stuff like that. But I don't see killers like that. You know, obviously Pacquiao is Pacquiao. You know, that's not. I don't know about that one. Yeah. So there's that. You know, I could keep looking into more fights. You feel me? Let's see upcoming boxing fights. Let's see what we got here. Okay, February 5th. Figueroa. I saw something about Keith Thurman wanting to fight Figueroa. I think that's realistic. That's already in the works. That's happening. I don't see much right here. Joshua Pagan, Ryan Menace. I don't see much right here for the month of February. Let's see the rest of February. Okay, so that's popping up pretty soon. It's this month. 2 weeks. Awesome. We're gonna get to check that out, guys. I'm gonna definitely be in tune with this. Clarissa Shields is gonna fight the next day. Who else do we got here? Onito Daenerys. Okay, that's March. Okay, I don't want to go too far. Let's see who's on this card, because this card looks like it's a build-up. Okay, it's gonna be in Vegas. See, I could possibly see if I could be involved in some kind of like articles or something. I can't go there. I have to be I have to work. Life, right? And if you're still here, yo, bros, much love, much respect. Subscribe, like, comment, share. You already know. Much love, much appreciated. It's much appreciated. I'm sorry. But yeah, Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia. That's a good one. Gary Russell. I don't know who this guy versus Andy, but Gary Russell, another good one. He is definitely gonna be making a splash. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Hitchens, bros. And then Frank Martin. See, that's another dude right there at 47. I don't know if he's a killer, but Frank Martin's good. But Hitchens, I think this guy needs to be taken more seriously. Because from what I've seen in some videos, and it makes sense, Oscar Duarte was supposed to take out Ryan Garcia. He was supposed to like end his career or whatever. So whatever. But Hitchens, he's good, man. Don't sleep on that dude. He's a little BSer or whatever, because I heard that he was saying that he'd never been dropped or whatever. And then there was like some videos that came out that said, oh, look, he's been dropped multiple times in the amateurs or in sparring, la la la. But it is what it is. People lie, women lie, numbers don't. So let's see what happens. Guys, I'm gonna be heading out. I'm gonna try to bring more content to you today, aside from boxing. But I had to dive in because, guys, this is crazy. You know, these guys are really doing their thing, you know, and I want to give a big shout out to Terence Crawford, because that man, he's changing boxing. He's making people consistent and serious about this stuff. And let's see what else is going on with Canelo, because they saying they want to give him another 5 to 7 years of a contract. Did you guys hear about this? Crazy. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'm out. Peace. And you all, as you guys already know, let's try to keep boxing alive. Later.